Yep. Here it is.
Here it is. Well, there's been a lot of requests to know when this car is going to be done, and I appreciate all the concern. Been a long road. It initially started out, we were just going to put the engine in the car, maybe do a little of this and that, but, as usual would have it, we opened up the car and things weren't quite so nice. So, here we go, full frame restoration. Got it all sandblasted, etch primed, painted it in a nice semi-gloss black, all urethane bushings, which of course, these are the biggest pain in the ass in the necks to go in. We'll get that all in. We're rebuilding the trans this week. Turbo 400, Hughes trans kit. So we'll get that coupled up to the engine. We'll get the whole thing in. Got some nice prothane, urethane motor mounts. Hopefully hold that son of a bitch from twisting. Ah, yes. This is an important feature here, I think. This is a GM Hydra Boost unit. Took it out of a 1-ton truck. Nice aluminum master to keep the weight down. And what this will do is hopefully give plenty of room to remove this tall valve cover for valve adjustments, since we have a solid roller camshaft. You'll want access to that. So that eliminated a lot of this business we'd have with the booster. And I don't think you'll pop the hood on too many of these and see this unit, so what the fuck. Alright, let's continue the journey. Yeah, we got it all painted up here. Of course, the body's covered in dust, so don't even pay it any attention. We'll wax it, we'll get it looking good. Let's look inside. When we gutted this thing, the floor was, as you can imagine, Swiss cheese. Well, you can't really see it now because we're just loaded with painted parts, but we redid all the floors. We got lots of interior pieces to redo. And we're going to get some nice seats for it. We'll run all our wiring in here before we close it up. Get a nice looking finished product. Got all new leaf springs from AFCO. Of course, all urethane leaf spring bushings. Some, what are these? Competition Engineering traction bars. They're still not bolted in tight yet. They're just kind of holding everything in place. New perches. I got to weld them in. Some ARP studs. Redid all this in here. I think it came out quite nice. And what you're looking at in there is a GM 12-bolt rear out of a 69 Chevelle, which we have to get a 373 gear kit and a locking differential. So, of course, more and more and more shit has to be done. Oh well. Let's continue the journey. Maybe we'll take a look from this angle. Yeah, she's looking pretty clean under there. Yes, sirree. All right. Why don't we have a look in the trunk? Some hidden treasures. Redid the whole trunk area as well. What is that? My goodness, it looks like a bottle of nitrous oxide. Well, it's all bolted in place. And I'm not really sure if we're going to use it yet. It depends how out of control this son of a bitch is. But if it runs like I think it's going to run, we probably won't use the nitrous oxide. But the motor is built to handle it, so if we need it, it's there. Yep. Get all our new brake parts in here. They'll go in. More urethane, transmission mount, steering stabilizer bushings, the whole works. I think we got tons of shit here to do. Let me show you the newest acquisition. I like this one. Yeah. Mickey Thompson. 28 by 1200, 15-inch star rims. I think that should hook up quite well. Yeah, pretty nuts. A little bit over the top, but that's kind of how I live life, a little over the top. But we may need some fender flares to keep the local officers at bay. But, all right. So I think when everything is done, we'll probably end up going with some rims to match that up front, some decent rubber. Well, this is it so far. Springtime comes. I think we'll be ready to fire it up and shoot a nice video. I think that's going to be the killer. And we'll probably follow that up with one at the track, maybe a chassis dyno, see how everything really works. But there it is, and hey, you know what? I better mention Dominic. Take a walk over this way. I'm sure you've been seeing this thing in the background. This is Dom's '53 Ford pickup truck. This has been a work in progress for the last 4 years. He's gotten quite far with it. In fact, I think now we're in a race to both be done this spring. He's got some nice custom rims for it that aren't on it yet. This jewel right here, we had fully machined and rebuilt this thing. This is probably about 3 years ago now. Ford flathead V8 with a Mercury crankshaft. Ross pistons, Isky cam with adjustable lifters. Quite interesting, the early Fords used a double water neck, double thermostat. And doesn't really care for that little carburetor it has anymore, so I got a feeling he's going to convert to a 4-barrel. But I think it's going to be a sharp truck when it's done, and we'll be doing some cruise nights together, hopefully. So, anyway, let's take one more look at this car. I just love that car. Honey, go show off the tire. Yeah, there's my sweetheart. And I gotta tell you, she got dirty many, many nights helping me on this piece of shit. But it's gonna be worth it in the end when this beauty's sitting by my side with the windows down. Okay, YouTubeville, we'll see you soon with a complete car. Take care.